DorkLair.
Welcome to another DorkLair collecting video. Today I'm going to go through some of the news that will overlap in the podcast that comes out on Sunday. So right now I've mentioned this in the last video, space-wise, family-wise, lots of stuff are getting in the way of me doing actual reviews, which take sort of a lot more organization and space, as well as the fact that I'm just not really getting much in lately. So, there's not a lot of like new stuff to kind of hit that review on anyways. So I decided to do some news videos and just kind of share some of the news and basically carry over some of the podcast right here onto the YouTube channel. If you want to listen to the podcast, remember you can subscribe. You can head over to retrozap.com, dorklair.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Just search for DorkLair. You'll find it. And then also don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already to this YouTube channel right here, and turn on notifications if you want to be alerted when new videos show up. So let's get into some news here. Probably for me, my favorite thing that was announced or went up for order this week was the Mezco 112 Collective Rumble Society Baron Benz and the Aquaticons. This set was teased sort of throughout the week, and then on Wednesday it went up for pre-order, Wednesday the 15th. It was up for, I think, like 12 hours. I think it was like almost exactly 12 hours. I think it went up at 1 o'clock, and then it sold out at 1 a.m. So that's a pretty good window. I don't really know that there were a ton of lag or errors, so it was a decent release. I do know that probably one of the biggest issues was that, like, simultaneously when they announced the figure on sale, they also announced a decoder ring code that would give you $10 off any in-stock item. Now, this was an in-stock item, so this is shipping very soon, according to the website. It has a May to June release, so there's not a huge pre-order window. People were charged up front. This was an in-stock order, technically, but what happened was people decoded the code, plugged it in, and then it didn't work. And then I think like maybe an hour later or something, the code started working, and then people had to like email and go in and get the code to work. But yeah, so that was the decoder ring snafu. And the other part of it was the shipping was kind of crazy. Apparently, I think somebody had called them, and apparently these are already like pre-packed. So every single figure you order is shipped separately, even if you order them together. So if you order one and the shipping is $16, and you order two, the shipping is going to be $32. So some people, I think, like West Coast, I think Chris from the podcast, put it in his cart and calculated in for two figures, the shipping was like $44 or something like that, because it was two $22 separate shipping fees, essentially. But yeah, so that side of it was a few little glitches there. But overall, I think anybody who wanted it within those first 12 hours were able to get it. Some people complain about the price. This is sort of a swag bundle, so it's going to come with a few extras. And another side of it is people are kind of complaining that it comes with these extras. I don't want the extras. Can't I just pay less? And that's a valid argument. So now for the figure, Baron Benz comes with a number of accessories. I think he could have come with more hands. Like, there's only 3 sets of hands. He's got fists, gripping, and then open hands. He's got a staff or like a spear, and then he has an anchor. He also has the 2 heads that we saw at Toy Fair. So he's got the sort of like Kirby-esque, almost like cosmic diver helmet, which turns out actually flips open, and you have like a visor with a face under there. It's got like this green face. So that's a really cool feature. There's no light up features, even though the like preview videos and stuff kind of like fudged what looked like light up features. So I think some people thought there might be some light ups, but there's none of that going on. The alternate head is that kind of Cthulhu Lovecraftian sort of thing. He comes with a display stand / diorama water piece that the Aquaticons, the 4 piranha-like fish that he comes with, can go on. And those fish do have a little bit of articulation in the jaw. And then he's got all these little tubes that kind of connect the different parts of his diver suit together for like the breathing tubes and whatnot. The box is a fancy packaging, fold out, got a big emblem on the front for the Rumble Society. And then it comes with some swag. So it comes with a comic book, which I love. I love that Gomez comic book. I'm kind of hoping they show some like concept art for it. Like whoever designed the figure and did the initial like design work for it, I'd love to see some of that key art in there. That would be pretty cool. But it's got a mini comic. And then it's also got a t-shirt with a different version of the cover of the comic. It's almost supposed to be like a classic version of it. Also comes with sort of this token or coin that's like a Rumble Society Aqua Knights coin. And so it's pretty loaded. It was $112, pretty pricey, but it's going to be a pretty small run, I'd imagine, compared to a lot of their standard releases. So, the price, I think I kind of was expecting about $110 actually before I even saw that it came with a t-shirt, a coin, and a comic book. So to me, the price is pretty good. But it adds up when you put in that shipping. I did get them to take the $10 off, even though it didn't go in on my initial order. I messaged them and they knocked $10 off for me. And then finally, it was like the next day, it was showing in the like now shipping section. I'm not sure if it's actually going to ship really soon. The release is May through June. They clearly have it already produced. Their official reviewer did a review on the YouTube channels. And so it's going to ship soon, but I don't know if it's shipping now. I think what sometimes happens when a figure goes to waitlist and then a waitlist converts, I think that it shows up automatically in the now shipping, even though it might not actually be shipping out yet. So I kind of would take that now shipping status with a grain of salt, but we'll see over the next couple days. All right, so moving on to the next item in the news, we have the Lord of the Rings Diamond Select line. So this is a new line from Diamond Select. And the first two figures in the wave, the first two figures, this is wave 1, are going to be Legolas and Gimli. And so this is a pretty neat thing because they're doing a Build-A-Figure type situation. So each of these figures is going to come with a part to start to build the Sauron 13-inch figure. So I don't know. I was kind of on the fence about these figures, and then I saw that it's a Sauron Build-A-Figure, and I pre-ordered the pair. The pair is $44.99. I think the retail is $49.99, but on some sites you can get it for $44.99. And I haven't seen it on like Amazon yet, but it is showing up on Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth and those types of sites. So if you're looking for Legolas and Gimli, those are up for pre-order now. They look pretty good. I mean, they look stiff. The pictures aren't great. They look kind of, they have some decent articulation. It looks like they have an upper torso articulation. They have double jointed elbows, kind of like the Diamond Select, Marvel Select articulation. But I expect them to be kind of stiff. But that Gimli looks pretty awesome. And I'm hoping he'll kind of mix in with my Mythic Legions. Even though he's 7-inch rather than 6, I still think that they'll probably look okay with him. A couple updates in the Spawn Kickstarter. I did a video last week that covered the Kickstarter. This thing is now up to $1.5 million. That's 15 times the goal. And they've been, at the milestones, they've been adding things. And probably my biggest wish was fulfilled, which is now it's going to come with a painted Screaming Head. So the standard version, the classic version, is now going to come with the regular Spawn head and the Screaming Head. And all of the levels will come with at least 2 heads. And then I think the all-in one will end up with all of the heads. So I'm super pumped. That was one of my biggest wishes, was I hope that they would add the Screaming Head. A couple additions they'd made where it's going to come with metal chains now. Let's see, what's some of the other ones? There's going to be some different weapons mixed in throughout. So I think the guns, I think there's going to be 3 different guns possibly, or maybe they're going to swap in some other weapons. I'd like to see maybe some effects, but I mean, there's still 21 days to go. This thing, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it hit 2 million, which means they're probably going to have a few more step goals and add-ons and things like that. So it's kind of weird the way they're doing it. They're not doing it like traditional stretch goals. They are essentially just sort of saying, hey, every time they hit a milestone, they just sort of reward with extras. It's not like you're going to be able to order the Violator if you get to this certain amount and then add that on to your order. It's just extras that are being added on as they go. I don't think they really were planning for stretch goals. Maybe Todd just didn't quite get the whole Kickstarter thing that usually goes on, but still they're adding stuff on, which is pretty cool. Next up, an eBay seller listed the wave of G.I. Joe Classified. So there are now in-hand pics of the entire wave of the G.I. Joe Classified figures, wave 1, and this actually becomes a reveal because we weren't sure what that 5th figure was. So the wave initially was it was Scarlet, Duke, Roadblock. Then they added Destro. Then I think a lot of people assumed Baroness was going to be the 5th one, but it turns out the other prediction was true in that it's a variant of Snake Eyes. It's the same sculpt, it's the same figure as the exclusive Snake Eyes that's already out, but it's got a different paint application. It's all black, and it comes with different weapons. It comes with more like, I guess, sort of kid-friendly, like futuristic-looking weapons rather than the realistic-looking weapons, which I think a lot of people are complaining about. But the case is 6 figures per case. So if these hit stores, I don't know that anybody's really shopping at stores right now, but when these hit stores or when people's case orders ship, it's going to have 6 figures. It's going to have 1 of each, and then it's going to have an additional Snake Eye. So the case comes with one Duke, 1 Roadblock, 1 Destro, 1 Scarlet, and then 2 Snake Eyes. So that's pretty good. I feel like Snake Eyes would probably end up being the figure that a lot of people really want an extra of. So that one's going to be coming out soon. I would imagine if somebody's selling it in Florida on eBay already in hand, then this thing's going to be hitting soon. So be on the lookout for that. And next, we have a couple items in the 1/6 scale. So Mondo has added another Batman the Animated Series figure to their pre-orders, and this is Catwoman. I think the Catwoman looks fantastic. The head sculpt looks incredible. And then there's a couple options. I think there's a regular version that retail stores are going to get, and then the exclusive version, which is the one that's on sale for on Mondo exclusively, comes with Selena Kyle unmasked head, and then it comes with an extra cat that's like a lounging version of the cat. So she comes with like 2 cats with the exclusive one and only 1 cat, I think, with the standard retail version. But the lineup looks really good. They have a photo on their main page of all 4 current figures, which is the 2 variants of Batman, and then you have Catwoman, and then you have Mr. Freeze. So pretty cool lineup. I don't have any of these yet. I've been really thinking about it because I love their Masters of the Universe figures. Maybe someday I'll get one of these Batman the Animated Series figures. And just one more item. There's now an Endgame 1/6 scale Hot Toys Captain Marvel up for pre-order. I think the face sculpt actually looks pretty good on this one. It's the Endgame version where she comes flying in at the end, short hair version. And comes with some pretty cool effects, swap out hand power effects, and then she also has the gauntlet as well that she can kind of hold as an accessory. And so that one's up for pre-order right now. It's $260, estimated about a year from now, which is April to June 2021. So thanks for watching my video. Remember to like, subscribe, hit me up on Instagram at @DorkLair. And until next time, may the force be with you. Follow me into